I got it. All right. Welcome out to Oil Drop, everyone. We just want to welcome all here. We do this the first Saturday of every month, and that way we can let you know about the specials of the month and talk to you about new things or any promotions, or sometimes we run challenges, and we are here to answer your questions as well. So Deshelle puts together the slides for us, and her and Robin and I take turns educating a little bit for you. So we're welcoming you and glad that you joined us and dropped in, because we really want to learn together and build this community and have fun. Anytime you can invite anyone. They don't have to have an account. They may just have some questions about what can work for them. And we save the last few minutes to go ahead and answer those questions. So we just went to convention and there's a whole lot of new products. So we're going to touch on some of them really quickly, and then we're going to talk to you about the new metabolic system. It's available today. So you can buy the entire kit, and it actually is a lot of savings when you look at, if a lot of people want to start with the MetaPWR system. But if you look at the difference in cost, you're really not spending that much more. So if you wanted to get all the other goodies, you could.
Thanks, Stacy. So I'm going to start, ladies, with walking us through the oils, the new oils that were released this month. Okay. And this is our beautiful convention kit box that we received. And as Stacy said, it is available today. And there's really only about a $71 difference between buying the MetaPWR system and actually buying the kit at $250. So one of the first things that doTERRA did is to reformulate the eucalyptus blend. Now, if any of you have already experienced the eucalyptus blend, it is absolutely beautiful in the original form. But what they've done now, thinking sustainably about the product and our ability to get the best benefits from all the species of eucalyptus, they've actually combined 5 into this new oil blend. And as many of you know, eucalyptus is incredibly great for opening your airways, right? This is one of the oils that I will continue if I'm having any sinus issues, or you just want a level of alertness first thing in the morning. Take 3 or 4 drops and put it in the bottom of a warm hot shower. It smells so good. And we've had folks tell us that this version of it actually smells sweeter than others. You can add it to your moisturizer. It's going to give you some revitalizing benefits across your face. If you are experiencing any discomfort, ladies, during your cycle, in particular, rubbing it on your abdomen is really helpful when you're menstruating. It's a soothing and calming blend, and it will be really rejuvenating if you add it to a massage oil blend. We want to offer 2 diffuser blends for you. One is called a chew. You take 3 drops of the eucalyptus and 3 drops of cardamom. This will help with seasonal allergy relief. And then breathe easy. You take 2 drops of eucalyptus, 2 drops of peppermint, and 2 drops of lavender. The next oil that we have is called guaiac wood. This is a new wood blend, and it is sourced out of a remote forest in Paraguay. And I have my bottle here, and I saw Stacy smelling her eucalyptus. What's really nice about this is that it has this beautiful smoky kind of barbecue smell to it, right? It's really amazing. And I've diffused it a few times just playing around with it. But this is one of those extremely grounding oils. Like I could see using this in meditation or doing yoga. And you can put it in your moisturizer to help with tightening the pores in the skin. You can use it to promote cellular protection by applying to the bottom of your feet. Really awesome to use. Ladies, if you've got like a roller, you could put a little bit, put the oil in your hand, take your roller, your hand roller, your face roller, and rub the stone like this, and then use it to help with draining your lymphatic system, remembering to always kind of go up and pull down for effective draining, particularly around the face area. And as always with these beautiful oils, if you put a couple drops in your hand and just take a really incredibly deep breath in and release that, and do that a few times, it'll help to just kind of open you up. So we want to offer a couple of diffuser blends to consider. You've got Paraguay Nights. So you take 3 drops of guaiac wood and 2 of petitgrain. And for grounded, appropriately named, you take 3 drops of guaiac wood and 3 drops of balance. Stacy, do you want to add anything about, or Robin want to add anything about how you feel about guaiac wood? Because this is this is like so new for us.
Debbie suggested diffusing it with another new oil, and together they're really good. This has a unique smell that I've never experienced before. But I could see making like your own colognes with this, or perfumes or stuff like that. And I think it's going to be in one of the holiday scents. But it is an interesting smell, and it does have like a light floral, but I think you should just play with it and see. I really like the 2 qualities of like the cell protection and promoting lymphatic drainage as well, because that can do wonders for any kind of health, ailment or system.
Yeah, with the lymphatic drainage, do you think that would work well with the grapefruit, which also is for lymphatic support, correct?
I think it will, because they have different properties. This one has the more grounding and flowing, whereas the grapefruit breaks up things and it helps to slow stuff down, and that way your body can, flush. It's a real detoxifier, so it's going to detoxify the lymphs and help it to move, and then this one's going to calm it and kind of sustain it. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have eczema on my legs. Not proud about it, but it's there. And when we got the guaiac wood at convention, I put it on my ugly spots, and it really seemed to just kind of put almost like a protective barrier over it. Like it wasn't all dry and flaky and yucky like it can be. Even with, I've been using like the rose and the frankincense rollers on it, but once I added the guaiac wood to it, it just kind of, just it put like a topical finish over it. I don't know how to describe it any better than that, and it almost smells kind of smoky to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's a personal result of,
I think
Smells like barbecue too.
I think as it's there in the room, it kind of goes away, but at first that's what I smell it when it first take it out and smell it. Okay. And then after it just dissipates, and then you have like a woody smell. So yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to go over one more oil, and then I'm going to pass it over to Robin. I have to say, of all the ones that was somebody trying to comment?
Yes, okay. This is Eartha. Can you tell me, spell what you're saying? I can't figure out what you're saying as far as the.
So it's guaiac wood. It's spelled GUAIACWOOD.
Oh, guaiac wood. Okay.
Guaiac wood. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. Thank you so much. And the lady who said, and you said it's good for lymphatic drainage, and what else?
So you can use it in a moisturizer to tighten and tone your skin. You can apply it to the bottom of your feet to help with protection of the cells. Of course, the lymphatic drainage, as we talked about, Robin mentioned, it helped to create a nice barrier on her skin reaction that she was having, kind of keep it from drying out and itching. And then it's just also, the wood oils are just very good too for just if you need a moment of grounding and you want some aromatic stimulation quickly, you can put a few drops in your hand and just cup it over your nose and mouth and do a couple of deep breaths in. Just make sure, we always say, be careful not to get it in your eyes.
Okay, so moisturize and protection of cells. It's good to know, because I've been trying different things for eczema. So I have ugly fingers.
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
I've been I just ordered some more of the citrus blend, I think it's called, lotion. Mm-hmm. That comes in a little thing for your hands, because I've tried other stuff, and that seems, right now, it seems not too aggravated. But I'm like, I've changed my soaps. I use our soap, our hand soap. I use our body wash. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of like a process of elimination. But if I could have that barrier, that would be great, because your skin flakes up and it's all crusty.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, it looks disgusting. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, I'd like to try this guaiac wood.
There you go, or the guaiac wood.
Guaiac wood to
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
if that helps.
And
So thank you very much.
it
No problem.
I mixed it in with those two roller balls, the rose and the frankincense roller, so it already had some coconut oil in it. When you have eczema, it's just really hypersensitive skin, so you're gonna probably need to dilute it with the carrier oil so
Okay.
that it's not as so strong going on that really hypersensitive skin.
Okay.
Sometimes it'll actually make it worse if you put really super potent oils from doTERRA on your just super sensitive skin. So kind of chilling it out a little bit and kind of, mixing it with some nice clean carrot oil will help
Okay.
spread it around for starters, but it'll help take the punch off of it. So it's more of a slow release.
Okay. Thank you so much. Oh,
Yeah.
So the next oil that we have, like I was saying, my favorite is in the group that we got. This one is my absolute favorite. I love them all, but this one is my favorite. It's the Spanish sage. And you guys, this is so for folks who a lot of folks will actually burn sage in their home as a means for clearing their environment and clearing their space and setting new boundaries. This is so rewarding and refreshing. It smells really good. It won't be available for individual purchase until March, but if you get the convention kit, you will get a bottle. It's really great for helping to stimulate alertness is when taken internally. It's great for massaging on your soothing to enhance soothing your muscles and your tissues. Really great for any negative thinking, kind of pulling that out. It's called the salvation oil. So if you think about that and sort of the notion of just kind of surrendering yourself, finding a new space for being safe, those kinds of things, this will be really awesome. Helps to, if you diffuse, it creates an atmosphere supportive of memory, which is really awesome. And it's also one of the other oils that if you feel like you need a little extra protection in your scalp and you want your hair looking and smelling beautiful and healthy, looking healthy, then you could put a couple drops of this in your shampoo or your conditioner. But I'm telling you guys, this stuff is so, and this is the one that I have been diffusing like just about every day in my house now, by itself and with other oils. So we have a couple recommendations here on the slide. Go back. One is called Clarity. You can do 2 drops of sage and 3 drops of frankincense, and then meditate, 2 drops of the Spanish sage and 3 drops of Anchor. And Anchor is one of the oils that's in our yoga blends, is one of the oils featured in our yoga blends. So I think if you find that you need that a little bit just stimulation for alertness and clarity, and wanting to just sort of meditate and have quiet moments, this is a beautiful one to use. Okay, Robin, you want to take us through Super Mint?
Okie dokie. Super mint is like really super. They had put some really cool blends together with this mint thing, and they've done it 3 different ways, which I find is really cool. So it comes with an oil, comes in beadlets, and it comes in a roller. So obviously you can use a couple different ways. The oil you can diffuse, you can use topically, you could put it in your water and drink it. The beadlets are more for when you're on the go and maybe you don't really have access to your water bottle and you want to pop something for your breath. Get some focus. For the beadlets, you can pour a couple of those in your hands and just pop them in your mouth. Those are really fun. And they're also really fun to share with people. I've tried sharing the On Guard beadlets and my peppermint beadlets with people, and they like, what are these little fish eggs? Not quite, but they're really fun to share. You pop them in your mouth, and they're like the little bobas, but they have a little bit more resistance to it, so they're kind of fun. The roller is amazing, smells amazing. You can use that on your head for waking yourself up. It'll help with headaches. The mint family is really good with headaches and alertness. So the blend has peppermint, Japanese mint, bergamot mint, and spearmint together. The peppermint has always been really, really strong, which does a great job of waking you up, and it's really nice and cool and refreshing. The spearmint kind of takes the edge off of that. The other 2 together also are more of a balancing act for the peppermint, so it's not as potent. Some people are kind of just sensitive to peppermint, and this kind of takes the edge off with this blend. So with the oil, as I said, you can diffuse it to promote mental focus and enhanced stamina. It really wakes up your brain. I think it's the menthol properties in mint just opens up your airways and gets more blood flow going. So I think that's the scientific way it works there. The oil, you can also inhale it to open the airways for easy breathing. If you don't have Breathe, which is our other respiratory blend, this mint blend would be a good one to carry with you. You can ingest this one. You can't ingest Breathe. So if you have it already in your purse and you're drinking it in your water throughout the day, and maybe you get a little crud in your airways from, just dust in the air, or, and maybe coming down with something, you can also use this oil to open your airways while you're experiencing that little asthma around the edges. This will work wonders. It also will help with your muscles, like a workout type situation, or if your neck is just tense. I tend to carry all my stress in my neck. So having just something to rub on those muscles is very handy. It'll help take the stiffness out of your muscles. So to wake yourself up, like Deshelle was demonstrating before, you just put a couple drops in your hands, rub them together, and just cup it over your mouth and nose. Breathe in really deep from your diaphragm, extend those stomach muscles, get it all the way down into your lungs, like 3 or 4 big deep breaths, and it really just works wonders. Stacey said it's nice and cooling too. So yeah, it's really a fun blend. And you smell refreshing, but you don't smell as strong as peppermint. So it doesn't really overwhelm the people that you're around. So we've got a couple diffuser blends. Morning Jolt, 5 Supermint, 2 Wintergreen, and then Abundance, which is 3 Supermint and 3 Wild Orange. Both of these sound really, really refreshing. So looking forward to trying those. Does anybody have questions on Supermint?
Yes, I have a question. I wish I had known about this because I'm just getting over some bronchial stuff.
Oh,
And it would have been really nice to be able to use this. But is it also good? My new job will be again in mental health. And so would this be one that I could use either topically or, like you said, in my water or something like that? Or the Spanish sage to keep me in a good space when dealing with people at my job.
I would
okay.
say for the Supermint, I'm going to tell you, my sister-in-law has a clinic and she has 12 therapists. I wouldn't diffuse Supermint in your office or space because it can be overwhelming and bombarding for some people. I would use it on yourself. And
Yeah,
then, but the sage would be good for anyone because it's not going to be overpowering, and you can mix it with other things. Like I've diffused it with Serenity, I've diffused it with Cheer. You can kind of add it to something else that client might need, and it will really work its way into like their spirit and calming them. You know what I mean? So I think it opens up those doorways that sometimes people have walls up, and it would be great. And I've even used it with Adaptive. So it blends really easily with other oils, or you could just use it by itself. But I would not be afraid to use that around clients and stuff. Yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Supermint is not as powerful, like she said, as the peppermint, because peppermint is really overpowerful, but I just am cautious with those minty ones sometimes, because if someone doesn't like it, then it's like they're going to push back. So that's why I just say to be cautious with that.
Well, yeah, thank you. Ironically, I had a dentist appointment this week and I was hurting, and I used a little of my own concoction, which had mint in it.
Good.
And the lady, one of the nurses or whatever she was, said, assistants, was like, did you just use some oil? And I said, yes. And she said, oh, it makes me want to go to sleep.
Hmm.
So,
Uh-oh.
and I
That's
did,
not good while you're trying to work on somebody's teeth.
yeah, good thing she wasn't the dentist. She was just, prepping me. And I thought, I told him, well, I apologize for, I don't want to get any of your equipment, or I had a blanket on. I didn't want to overpower them, but I was hurting and they were going to work on my mouth. So I needed to be in a better space. I didn't need to be in any other pain, but it is,
Right.
I don't think about the smell because I use it all the time, but it is a very strong smell. My godbrother loves it and says, it even makes his dogs calm down. Boy.
Well,
But
you had to put that in the chat.
yeah, okay, thanks.
Robin, can you do the bars too, please?
Oh, yes. I love these bars. Holy cow. I cannot tell you how cool these things are. All right. So I have really curly hair. It's getting bigger by the minute sitting in the car. I've had issues getting it to be conditioned properly. No matter what I use on my hair, it always ends up in a big frizzy mess. It's dry. It doesn't feel soft to the touch. Well, I got these bars in the Comedia kit and I used them for the first time when I went to the beach this past week. Oh my word. So nice. So usually, you get like the straw hair at the beach, right? It just kind of gets really, really curly, really salty. It's just like you wash it and you just put it in a ponytail. These things have gotten my hair so soft. I don't know if I can go back to regular shampoo and conditioner. So it's a learning curve, right? So I've got really long hair, so I had to wash it and just kind of run the bar down through my hair. But once I started working it, there was so much suds and it really works really well. I was really surprised. So one of the main reasons for doTERRA trying to do the bars was to take away some of the plastics that we're putting out there in the environment. So obviously this saves on the plastic. It just comes in a cardboard box. It's wrapped up in a thin plastic layer, and then you just have the bar. So you have no bottle to worry about recycling. It's awesome. It definitely nourishes, hydrates, and improves your hair texture. It's got peppermint and rosemary, which purifies and promotes hair growth. You know how they have the rosemary mint mixture at Aveda? Well, it's for a reason. It promotes your hair growth and just restores your scalp, and it's refreshing to your scalp, stimulates your blood flow to your scalp and everything. They made it with fermented rice water, which cleanses the scalp and strengthens all types of hair. And it is safe for color treated hair. Hooray, because I got a lot of color treatment in my hair. Free of sulfates, parabens, phthalates, silicones, synthetic fragrances, and dyes. And it is wonderful. It smells amazing. And there's other oils in there other than peppermint and rosemary. There's like palmarosa, and I think, is it chamomile? I don't have the box to show. Do you see? Can you see the?
Yeah, so it's cocoa, the rice water, bamboo, that's going to strengthen your hair.
Yeah.
There's broccoli in here, ladies, bergamot mint, cedar wood, and patchouli, Japanese mint, and there's some rose extract as well.
If you haven't
Yes.
been familiar, soap bar shampoo and conditioner bars have been making a new, it's the new in thing, and it has been for a couple years. So I've tried various different bars, and the key is rice water. That ingredient alone is perfect for hair. So most of the brands that you'll see that the research has been done in, that's their base, rice water. It's so much better for your hair. So doTERRA starts seeing a trend. They're like, how do we improve that? So this is their way. And I will say I've tried like 4 or 5 different brands. They really have improved it. So we have the pure oils in there, and it's not going to be damaging to anybody's hair. And like, people are kind of unsure how to use it at first, but like Robin said, it lathers super easily and it's perfect for any hair texture. So sometimes you can look on Amazon. There's little mesh bags. I could have brought mine in here. Some companies sell
Yeah.
them, but you can hold them in that. And I've traveled, I put them in a Ziploc bag because sometimes just from being hot, you know, it can sweat. But as far as leaving it on your shower, it won't have that grimy stuff that soap tends to have because it's not a soap. The rice keeps it together. And so it'll be different. But yeah, you can look for easy little dishes or holders or the ones that little drain, and you can set them on there. Mine are just sitting on my tub because I already have 2 other bars in my little baggies right now that, you know, I was like, well, let me just put these on the side and start trying the doTERRA one. And so I was like, well, maybe I need to switch them. But if you look on Amazon, I'm sure you can find a little bag or a little tray, and it's very easy to travel with. And I'm sure you'll love, just like everybody has been saying, they're so impressed with a bar of shampoo and a bar of conditioner.
Mm-hmm.
One
know
thing
I
I wanted
was.
to add really quickly is that for those of you that are concerned with other dimensions of environmental conservation, you'll see when you get your bars, it tells you exactly how many gallons of water or ounces of water it saves and how much plastic is saved, but it's also vegan friendly and cruelty free, and is sourced sustainably. So for those of you that really, those values for you are important, this bar helps to kind of give you another step that you can take to be environmentally friendly with your health, with your daily habits.
And
Mhm.
even though you see peppermint and rosemary in there, I would tell you I don't smell either of those.
I didn't either.
They
Like,
have
it
a
was
really
really good
nice,
blend.
yeah, it has a really nice smell. So even though that's highlighted in there, it is in there to help your scalp, but it doesn't smell like that. It smells really, I don't know, it's really a nice smell. So I would
Yeah,
just point that out too.
it's a good mix between the floral and the grounding
Mhm.
smells. Like it's not masculine, it's not feminine. It's a little bit of both. So it can really go either way. And your hair doesn't really, it doesn't hold on to the smell as much
Right.
as other shampoo. So for me, that means it's rinsing really clean and there's not a
Mhm.
lot of junk left on my hair, because if I walk around smelling stuff all day and like, wait a minute, why am I still smelling it? There's got to be still stuff on my hair, right? So
Yeah. And I like that it's separate. I have had a bar that was shampoo and conditioner.
mhm.
And I like that one too. But this, you can take the conditioner, and you know, some people like less conditioner, some people like more. I have had the shampoo in my hair and put the conditioner on top of it, and that way it's not as conditioning. So you can adjust it to what your type of hair needs once you get it. And I promise you, you'll find the right balance and it won't
Okay.
be too heavy. Like Robin said, sometimes I find conditioner is like too heavy. And then sometimes I find like like it's just drying your hair out. I don't find that with this. So you can play around with it.
Mhm.
I think you'll be happy with it.
Yeah. And the conditioner bars, that blew me away too. Like I really felt like the shampoo rinsed really clean after I rinsed it. And then I did the conditioner bar the same way. I rubbed it on the top of my head and then I just started working it through my hair in the shower, and until I felt like I got it all. And then I put it back on the shelf and worked it around like a regular conditioner motion. Left it on for as long as I could while I, did everything else in the shower. But then it rinses really clean. I don't feel like I have a lot of buildup. And the best thing ever, I don't have to like rip my hair out when I'm trying to comb it out. It gets rid of the tangles.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't expect that. Like I've always thought, well, my hair is curly now because it's just gotten curlier as I've gotten older. I'm just going to have more tangles whenever I brush it out. But I didn't with this stuff. So that is a big plus. Like I got the leave-in conditioner from doTERRA as well, and I was trying that. And I didn't take that with me to the beach and I didn't need it. So I was like, well, okay, I'm kind of excited and kind of bummed because I have most of that bottle sitting on my counter at home and I'm not going to have to need it now. So, but yeah, please try the shampoo things. Those are awesome.
Thank you, Robin.
You're
You know what?
welcome.
I apologize, ladies. Give me 1 second, because
So yeah, so far everyone's loving everybody that's tried the shampoo and conditioner, they were a little leery at first. And then they're like, this is way better than I thought. And a lot of people have been commenting, I don't need the detangler. I can't believe how nice and soft and me and Robin have very similar hair.
Mhm.
It'll just keep, as it gets dry, it'll just puff up.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen here. And it's really nice. It's a very nice surprise. I think a lot of people will be like, oh, I'm just going to stick with this. And
Yeah.
the price point is just similar to any other company that has a good quality shampoo bar out there or conditioner. So yeah. So we're going to start moving into the MetaPWR now. So if you haven't heard of MetaPWR, yeah, all this is brand new. They are just releasing it now. But it stands for, it's going to help your metabolic system. And it stands for metabolic personal wellness realized. So a lot of people don't know what metabolic health affects. All of these issues that you see on the screen has to do with your metabolic health. Goes directly to it. The metabolic health is the biggest thing that affects our health. So it's going to help address all of these things. And I've been researching metabolic health for the past 2 years, and especially this year. And I'm blown away with all the things that we learned and how this unique formula and these products work. So I think you'll be excited to hear all the ways that these issues will be addressed. So this is the system, and you'll see there's 3 different parts to it. You have some oil products, the MetaPWR blend, and then you have a collagen powder with some added benefits into it. And then you have another capsule, which assists in another way. So we'll go into those. Now, I want to tell you, this is not new, the Lifelong Vitality. If you have not used it, I would suggest you start with this. I'm going to tell you all those things that the MetaPWR addresses. It's going to help all that. But if you do not have the foundation to your health, if you don't have the nutrients and the vitamins that your body needs, you're not going to make any progress. You have to have the quality of those things so that your body functions and can repair and can survive. And then you put the MetaPWR on top of it. And that's how it's going to work. It's like Jenga. If you stack up the things and you take off the Lifelong Vitality, the whole thing crumbles. So I want to tell you that. Now, look at all the benefits that you do see with a Lifelong Vitality. That is no joke. That is no lie. I've worked in 5 retirement homes. In fact, that's how I met Eartha. And so they were those communities. And the people that started this started feeling healthier, and their doctors even noted and came up to me wanting to talk to me about the improvements that they saw in these different areas just from getting vitamins that they were not getting alone. So when we do that, we have that foundation, and then we can add on the MetaPWR to really get the results, and it fills in the gaps that are missing, the lack that is there that our body needs. So here's this metabolic blend, right? It's an oil. It has the grapefruit in it, which helps curb our appetite, controls that sugar craving, and helps support the metabolic responses. It has the lemon for the fat burning. And I will tell you, the fat cells that you have are the fat cells you'll have your entire life, from the time you're young to the time you're old. Okay, so you want to pay attention to what this does, is it helps it to stop maturing. So those fat cells just get bigger, and we're just going to keep it small. So you can use the lemons in there, and it helps to support those fat cells and cleanse it to keep it small. The peppermint helps with the digestion. The ginger helps the digestion, the burning process, and the metabolism boost. And then the cinnamon bark promotes those heavy level blood sugars and boosts metabolism. So you can see Deshelle's quote over here, and I have loved adding it to my water as well. And it's very good. I'm surprised. I do smell the peppermint when I put it in there. I do not taste it, however. So I've loved it, and I actually want to add more and more throughout the day. I like it. So she's already seen changes in her metabolic goals and has not been using it, but we just got it September 15th. So in a short while, she's already seen some changes and on her numbers. So that's amazing. So this metabolic, the metabolic power, MetaPWR soft gels. Okay, so this is the same oil blend in a capsule, right? And it's going to help normalize that blood glucose. That is very, very important, because every time, I'm just going to say this twice, every time your blood sugar spikes and drops, you age. Every single time that your blood sugar drops after a spike, you age, not just physical, not just your skin, your heart, your systems, all of that start having issues, right? So this is the biggest problem in America and worldwide. Okay, so only it's only 7% of Americans have a healthy metabolic system. So if you think of all the trouble that we're having, and this has been known in the medical world and no one knows how to address it. And this is a really good thing. So you can see right here where it says inhibit fat cell maturation, right? That's what I was talking about. A lot of people are going to look at it for that, but I'm going to tell you, I know a lot of people using it for that insulin activity, and their peaks and valleys are becoming more steady and smooth, straight lines. And it can improve your exercise performance and everything like that. So this is really great and exciting just to help people in that arena. And then it also comes in, you got the little beadlets. So this is great to carry around with you when you need a little extra support. And then the gum tastes great too. So when you're out and about and you have a craving, or you just need, you can go ahead and use this. It actually will give you a boost of power and some energy. And it's that new formula. So it's really great. I will tell you, Deshelle, Robin and I, we all tried it after we got it. And like on the plane ride back, we're like, yeah, I want some stuff. And we started chewing the gum. We're like, oh, don't really care about it anymore, So it really has been a surprise for people of how pleasantly it's helping them when they think that they're hungry and want to start snacking. They can use this and then they're satisfied. So it's really that satisfaction that you'll get is there. So
yeah, Stacey, I've actually used it recently when I couldn't get lunch, when I thought I was going to be able to get lunch, and I had to go kind of push past and kind of extend my fasting period. And I couldn't get any food, but I had the gum in my purse. So I started chewing that. It actually took the hunger growlings away for a while. So it's really multiple different ways to use that.
And I'm going to show you. So this, I don't want you to get it confused. This is a metabolic assist. I'm going to show you the two bottles. See, one's small, one's really large. The large one is the oil blend that we've been talking about. This is the one I'm going to talk about now. The metabolic assist. This one is to reduce that mealtime blood glucose spike, because that's often what happens is we eat and we have a spike in our blood glucose and then we crash, right? So this is going to promote that healthy fat metabolism. It stabilizes energy levels throughout the day. And it contains these extra ingredients right here. And what I'm going to tell you is it's helping our carbs to become slow carbs so that our body can use that energy that we're trying to get from sugar, right? That's usually why you crave sugar. So it'll let you use that energy and have it stable without spiking your blood and doing all this other crazy stuff so that your glucose is not stabilized. So it's really great to take, and you take it 30 minutes prior to eating. And like Debbie said, she's helped keep her blood level under 120. And she was surprised at the spikes and things that she was having. So she went go get a monitor. She's not a diabetic. She just wanted to see what was happening in her system. And she's able to see how it's changing for her. So you will play with it and see. They tell you to take it before your biggest meal. And some people will take this before every meal if they're having issues there, right? They could take it before, after every meal. If they feel they need it, they could take it again after. This is able to be, it says personal wellness realized. You could address it based on your body. It can be interchangeable for different people, may not take it the same. So we're gonna, personalize it just for you and what your body needs. So it's really exciting to be able to have this. Now this is the collagen, and I'm going to tell you, I've researched collagen for a couple of years now. I've seen everything out there on the market. And I used to say, you can buy collagen and drink it till the cows come home. You're never going to see your skin change. And the ingredients that I saw in there that broke down the collagen on any product that you want to name, I saw the ingredients and was like, yeah, go ahead, drink it if you want. I don't think you're going to see what you're looking for. So this is free of any gluten, corn, dairy, glyphosate, maltodextrin, carrageenan, artificial sweeteners or sugars. Okay, so that right there is a bonus. Because if you look at the other ones, they will not always be free of all of those things, which can be annoying for some people. But this does promote healthy biological aging. So our physical age, this is what we're doing with this whole system. Our metabolic health has one age and our physical age has another, and we can merge them with the system. So it activates longevity in our genes. And that's where our physical age can start coming back. And you see this improved skin elasticity and cognitive function. Yeah, it's going to change our cognitive function. You see that MN up there? That is already occurring in our body. They found a way to include this ingredient, which makes it be 12 times more absorbable than anything out there. And that helps us have the quality of life that we want towards the end of our life. You know, those last 10 years that are not quality for everyone, we can change that because now our body is going to be able to be supported. And it will help with lean muscle and connective tissues. So a lot of people have seen changes in their skin and their muscles, muscle recovery when they're injured or they're working out or things like that. So Dana said she's been taking it at lunch, and it's first meal of the day. Feels so good to start her day this way. So some people might take this once a day. Some people that have either maybe they have more weight or they have other issues, they might want to take 2 or 3 a day. It's up to adjusting it by your body and what you think that you need. And we can assist you with that if you need help, or you can play with it by yourself because it's going to be safe to do either way. But this is your complete way to get going. If you really have issues that you want to turn around. I'm really excited about this because I see how many people have these issues and we have had struggles trying to address it. So you can get a complete metabolic assessment and do it on your own. We can send you that link, and then you can create a protocol with these things. Now the kit, you can buy the convention kit today, but also the entire MetaPWR kit with the collagen, all the oil products, and the MetaPWR Assist and the Advantage will all be there. Okay, and then after October, because they want you to start with the whole kit and then see what you like and what you need, how much of which things. Then come November, you can buy them individually. If you're like, I don't need any more of the oil, I need more of the Assist, I need more of the Advantage, you can then, you know, customize it the way you want. So I encourage you to get it and get started and see what's going to happen. So if you scan this code, they have a 30-day challenge, and you can schedule a 2-week check-in with an advocate. We do have a little thing that in this little education course, it has like a little challenge for you, and it'll say measure your body, take your pictures, and you can get lab work done. You can check different areas, and then you can check in each week and see how you feel with your mental, your sleep, your physical, all the different, it has a whole checklist of things that you can start tracking to see how it's changing. And it's really exciting because we have heard from people that have been using this for the past 6 months, past 3 months, and physically seeing them and seeing their changes has been unbelievable. It's pretty interesting to see. So you can do that too. We do have our Tuesday night education. We do 2 oils every week. It's 9 o'clock Eastern time, and then you can adjust that to your own time. And we also, it's just 30 minutes, and then we have Q&A for anybody that wants it, 30 to 40 minutes, 15 or 20 on each oil. And then that's the 30-day challenge, and it'll begin October 10th. So if you want to grab your stuff and then join that challenge, you will be able to do that there. So here are the kits. These are the specials of the month. And you can see if you have an account and you do $125 on your loyalty order, every month you get a free oil. And that month, this month it's balanced. 10% off the pink pepper. And then this month, which I think is really smart, because if you buy just the MetaPWR kit, you're gonna get 150 points. And this month, if you spend 150 points, you get a free adaptive, a bottle of adaptive. So I think it's kind of smart to put that along together.
180, Stacy.
Oh, I'm sorry, 180. So, so yeah, you can get that and, you know, add the little things that you might have wanted. And all of that is available starting today. So I know a lot of people saw us talking about different things and was like, when can I get it? When can I get it? So it's available starting today. So if you have any questions, I can just tell you, there's been some people that had struggles with their metabolic system, and they were gaining weight and their doctors couldn't figure out why. They're not super obese or anything, but they were gaining weight. And it was one of the owner's husbands, and he had some struggles, and he was doing this, and his doctor started seeing the changes in the blood work, being happy with him. And she said at convention that he went to the dryer, got out some jeans and put them on. He's like, I don't remember getting these jeans. And his son came in the room and said, those are mine. He goes, no, those are my clothes. He said, I threw my jeans in there because they weren't finished drying. And she said, do you really have our 19-year-old's jeans on? And he said, well, I knew I was moving the belt up a notch, up a notch, up a notch, but he could not believe that he was in his son's jeans. And he was so happy because this weight that he had been struggling with for the past couple of years, nobody knew why he was gaining it. But not only that, his blood sugar is now more stable. It's not all over the place. So, you know, it really can address the different things that are going on. And I noticed some of the doctors speaking, I was like, dang, his jacket's nice and flat and they're not looking the old man belly thing, you know? So yeah, it was just interesting to see all their changes that they were feeling and stuff. And we saw so many people that spoke and said, this was the way I used it. And the next person would be, this is the way I used it. So some people did take the powder twice a day. Some people took it once a day. Some people, and they were just getting it through to us that, hey, you adjust it according to your body and how you feel. And everybody's going to do it a little bit different, and you can play with it, but you will have, you know, if you listen to your body and see the changes that you know, if you feel tired in the afternoon, you might need to take another one, you know, see how you do after you eat. Do you feel like you're having a blood sugar drop after you eat? Well, then, you know, take it. So the directions are on the back, and it'll tell you how you could adjust it to you. So you don't have to be fearful, and know that this will work. And they also have it where we can give samples to people. So it comes in and it's got all the explanations there that they can study it. And it's got 3 packs, so they can try one a day if they want. And it comes, well, it comes a little envelope, and it'll have this. And you can mail it directly to them. If you have an account, it's $8. So you just tell them it's basically covering the shipping, and you can go into your account and doTERRA will send it right to them for you. So that's
just to be clear, that's samples of the collagen.
Oh yes, it's the Advantage. So it's the collagen with the NMN. So yeah, and it tastes good, by the way, because a lot of people have been asking, well, what does this taste like? My mom tasted it. She said she loved it. She just got hers the other day and was all excited. And I waited because I just had lab work done, and I wanted to get my lab work in before I did this so that I can see my changes. I'm pretty healthy, but I just wanted to see what happens when I take this. I'm always looking to see what my changes are first, and that way I can tell people my adjustments. So today is the day that I can start taking it. And it's a lemon orange flavor, if you're wondering, and it blends real easily. Do not put it in anything hot. I will say a lot of people put collagen into coffee. This is 9 different types of collagen, and it's tripeptides, which means your body absorbs more. You don't want bovine collagen. Okay, there's a lot of bad things that are with that, but do not put it in any coffee, anything hot. You want it either room temperature or cool, because of the extra ingredients that they added. They added that NMN and another one called NADH, and that's what makes it different than anything on the market. But those 2 key ingredients, we don't want to kill it. So room temperature or cold is fine, but nothing hot. So just want to make sure, because somebody already told me they put it in their coffee. Let's not kill the good ingredients. That makes a difference. So yeah, there are they're going to have that post-convention tour too. So if you want to go, you'll get to hear more research and different things like that. So you can go ahead and check on doTERRA's site, see when the tours come into your area. You could ask the doctors questions. It's going to be great. And they'll give away, you get a free Slitches balloon when you attend. And so look for that if you want to go and learn yourself and get to try all the free things and stuff like that. So
I see Arthur's hand up. We'll take like maybe 1 or 2 questions, and then we'll just want to say thank you to everyone for coming, because we want to respect your time. We went over this a little bit just to kind of make that adjustment at the top of the hour with the link. But I see Arthur's hand up for a question.
Okay, yes, thank you. I didn't realize that this was a different type of session we were having. But so I'm trying to watch my blood sugar numbers. But I am not one who is like, I don't, maybe I have spikes, but I don't feel any different when I eat, like my blood sugar crashing or whatever like that. And I'm not one who is trying to lose weight. So how, for if these products curb your appetite, I'm not hungry all the time. I do have a problem with sweets, but it's primarily emotional eating. It's not that I'm just hungry. When I'm hungry, I want food and not sweet. So how would I use these or tell anybody else who is not necessarily trying to lose weight, but want the other benefits of it?
So it won't make you lose weight if you don't need to lose weight. I will tell you that. It's not really for weight. I know a lot of people focus on weight, but all those little things that were there in the beginning, and it is emotional as well. It stands for emotional stability. Your metabolic health is affecting your memory, your functioning in other areas, your cardiovascular health. It helps with the diabetics and the insulin issue people. It's all those other areas. So even before MetaPWR, they had a Slim and Sassy blend, okay? This is that blend after lots of studying to see what they needed to reduce and what things they needed to add more of, okay? Even back then, the Slim and Sassy was used to help people have an appetite that did not have an appetite, or curb an appetite if they didn't. I didn't eat either one, but there has been times when I didn't have an appetite. But I used it. I used it for energy and cravings. So it wasn't making me lose weight. It's a very smart combination that works to your body. And so if you're not needing to lose weight, it's not going to be making you cut down weight. It's just going to help you stabilize your blood sugar and help in all those other ways with brain cognition, like the things that happen when we get older, those things that we want to prevent. And it's really having us have to live younger, longer, because our bodies will start functioning better. That metabolic health is really a key to a lot of other health issues. And we just can't go into it on this call, but we will do another class where we can dive into it more. That can be like a longer class, but yeah, it will help with all these other areas of health. And you don't have to, because I'm not focused on losing weight either, but I am using it for these other benefits that I want to see how my energy is more sustained through the day. I want to see that I get better sleep. I want to see these other things with my gut health and the metabolic ways that I feel. Sometimes I don't always feel a crash, but sometimes I will. So I just want to see the improvement. And that's why I did my blood work. I want to see the changes that my body needs, and I want to see how I feel the improvement. And so everybody will have their own goals and their own reasons for doing it. But I can 7%. So 93% of America is struggling and having issues, and it's due to this system, the metabolic system, not getting all the things that it needs. So really, I don't know many people that won't be benefiting from having this, and they will see the changes that they need. There were so many different changes that they talked about there that, you know, like I said, we could just go on and on and on about all the different areas, but we just kind of took the highlights and threw them in there really quickly just so we could cover it today, because Saturday we try to keep really short. So we will go ahead and end this, and then we do this again. November 5th will be the first Saturday of the month at 10 a.m. And then you could come on to the Tuesday night class. The Tuesday nights, we've been talking more about it and people ask more questions and we can go into it there. And then we are going to look to do an adaptive, you know, metabolic health class. We have a class already planned for that. And so people can ask whether they want to attend on Zoom or in person. And that way we can really dive down into it and we can have everybody score their different areas that they're looking to target and see how it'll help them. So the kit is, did I see somebody ask the kit? I saw it really quickly. The cost of the kit is it the convention
Just for
kit
the
or
metabolic
the
system, it's $179, and the kit, the convention kit is $250. So $179 just for the metabolic power system, the entire system, all the products. If you want the full kit with all the bars and the additional oils that we discussed at the top of the meeting, it's $250. And if you're a new to doTERRA, then your enrollment would be free. Your membership fee would be free.
Mhm.
Yep. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for coming. We really appreciate it. We had a wonderful time and we look forward to seeing you in November.